from your button-down shirt that you'd come prepared. What's that, baby? There was something you're waiting to hear me say. Hello, darling. You know I'll never leave you alone this way. Don't worry, baby, I'll take you home. Don't worry, darling, you don't have to go home all alone. My friends think it's kinda cute that you keep on buying me drinks, 'cause we all know that it means you don't wanna give me the time to think. It's okay though, honey, you don't have to put up such a fight. I decided, well, a while ago now, you're not leaving this bar alone tonight. Don't worry, baby, I'll take you home. Don't worry, darling, you don't have to go home all alone. Don't worry, baby, I'll take you home. Don't worry, darling, you don't have to go home all alone. They say once you've met someone, you've already said yes or no. And you, my friend, have met me at a time when my standards are real low. I don't get up early in the morning, and I'll never write thank you notes. But I think that you'll find, my friend, that I'm a very generous host. Don't worry, baby, I'll take you home. Don't worry, darling, you don't have to go home all alone. Don't worry, baby, I'll take you home. Don't worry, darling, you don't have to go home all alone.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today is Hooman anniversary. It's the second year of Team Hooman existing and all that. So since I'm doing my graduate research on Team Hooman, I thought that this would be a perfect time to go over where I'm at right now with things, answer any questions you guys have, talk about what the next steps are. But I think we're going to give some people time to get over here and everything. So how about we watch the Hooman anniversary video for this year, because it's awesome. All right, let's do that, and then I'll be back in a second.
Turn this fan off.
Take a drink, there was a delay.
All over the US and even Australia.
No. What are you doing? This is gonna be epic.
I'm gonna fuck it up no matter what.
We're all gonna fuck it up. Hey, Hooman.
got this.
No, we don't. Not even close. Humans, the reason the Who Pod came to be was two main reasons. The first is we really wanted to talk to you guys. And secondly, we wanted to be able to give back.
Oh, that's my part. Hooman has done so much to enrich the lives of everyone, and it's made us better people. And we wanted to get to know each and every one of you, regardless of geography.
Today we have interviewed humans from Malaysia, Brazil, the US, the UK, and even Australia. We look forward to talking to you too.
It began in a little office of Los Angeles called Geek and Sundry. Creators of the wild frontier, known as YouTube, gathered here to forge content unlike any had ever seen. Tabletop, Critical Role, and Co-optitude, merely a handful of what was to come. Soon, Felicia and Ryan, brother and sister, led the Hoomans into the realms of Twitch TV. It is here our tale begins.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. Step by step, you're on your way. Welcome to a brighter day. Don't you know it feels good to be alive? You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Yeah, times are changing everywhere. Do we dream and do we dare? It's up to you. The door is open wide. Feel the rhythm of today. Learn the part and join the play. The world is here. Let's take it for a ride. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could. Larger, larger than, bigger, bigger than, living hopes and dreams. Every boy and girl, higher, higher than, brighter, brighter than, all you wanted and you know. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you feel the rhythm of today. Learn the part and join the play. The world is here. Let's take it for a ride. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted. You could.
but it really is the community that makes this something really special. And the fact that even one person made a friend through what we make is like, it's a beautiful thing. So don't make me cry.
Thank you, Uber Baldy. Sometimes I press the unmute button and it doesn't work. So check my audio. Is it all good now? Yes? No? You guys totally missed that entire speech. It was a great speech. But basically, I have been doing research since May, I want to say, with Team Hooman because I'm interested in how online communities are formed. Good. Audio's good now. Yay! And basically how philanthropy can become central to an online community. Because when, by all accounts, Team Hooman is a group of fans of Felicia, Ryan, Geek and Sundry, all this. Basically, it started with Felicia and Ryan. And you would say, fans of Felicia Day on the internet, why the heck is philanthropy part of their central message? But it did become part of kind of the identity of Hoomans. So I was interested in how that happened, how it could be replicated, business practices that either help or hinder that kind of philanthropy, and the basic breakdown of who are Hoomans, what is Team Hooman, how do we explain this to other people. I'm glad that the sound is all good now, guys. So what I've been doing, and this is not the final report, that's going to happen end of February, beginning of March. This is a chance for me to show you where I'm at right now, for you guys to ask questions, propose ideas for the future, and see what my next steps are going to be, so that when we do the final thing, it's going to be the best it can be. So far we've had 182 survey respondents, which is awesome because I was aiming for 100. I'm going to keep that open because more things are going on and I'm getting really good data from that. So if you haven't filled out the survey yet, I can post the link, or people can post the link. There's links places. I've done 16 interviews with individual humans with intent to do 14 more. There are, I think at this point, it's thousands of hours of chat logs between Geek and Sundry and Hyper RPG that I am going through and analyzing. There's so many chat logs, guys. It's insane. We talk a lot. I'm looking through Twitter, Facebook groups, the social media that's put out there publicly. And I do want to make a point that the data that I'm presenting here today, and I will be presenting at the end, does not include people who are under the age of 18 in US, my state in particular. 18 is the legal age for an adult, and so with the way the universities work and ethics review boards and everything, I can only do 18 and over for this. So you'll see that. I don't have it posted in here, Mel, but if you go to HyperRPG and do thesis as a command, you'll get the link, and we can bring that here. I didn't want to promote it too much on my own channel. I wanted it to be a thing where people didn't feel pressure to do it. And if you don't want to do a survey or anything like that, no worries. You don't have to. There's no downside to not doing it. I'm not going to get mad at you. No one else is going to get mad at you. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. So let's see. I've had some interesting statistics. What I didn't really expect when I started the surveys that launched in June. When did we launch the survey? Tabletop Day, April 30th. We launched the survey April 30th. I did not expect that, one, we would get as many survey respondents as we did. We got, I think we got to 100 within the first 48 hours, which is amazing. But of the 182 we've had so far, 143 of them considers themselves to be Hooman, which means that we've got another 39 survey respondents that don't consider themselves to be Hooman, which led to really interesting data about what Hoomans think Team Hooman is and what non-Hoomans think Team Hooman is. So I actually did manage to interview some non-Hoomans and figure out a little bit of what's going on there. No, Mel. No. They can fill it out if they want to, but if they don't, I'll still be their friend. It's cool. So Twitch usually talks about its data. It doesn't collect a lot of things, but it usually thinks that it skews younger in who's watching it and certain other things that they think is going on. With this survey, I found out that of those that consider themselves to be Hooman, the age range is 18. Again, 18 is the youngest that I would accept for the survey, to 63. We've got a huge age range going on there, and the average age of a Hooman is actually 32 and a half. It was right between 32 and 33, which is awesome. So we're skewing older than what Twitch thinks its audience normally is and what a lot of people on Twitch are going for. About 62% of that is male, which falls in line with what Twitch thinks its audience is. But what I really liked from this was, even though the majority of respondents said they were from North America, mostly the US, but also Canada and Mexico, we had over 15 countries represented in the survey responses. So at the last count, I think we were at 22. Don't quote me on that. And these are people coming from all over the world. I think the only continent other than Antarctica that we didn't have represented was Africa, and that just might be because of where it's been posted and when. So we have people all over the world, guys, which is awesome and should be no surprise to a lot of you, since I think some of you are watching from the non-North America parts right now. And over 86% of them consider themselves to be European or white. There are some interesting things going on there with how it splits up, but we had every traditional ethnic group. I hate that. It's used a lot. But we had everyone represented within that material, whether like 100% something or whether a mix of something. We had every ethnic group represented. And let's see. Most humans also work. About 60% work. 17% are students, though. And that actually made sense when I looked at the data for how much people are making. And over 91% of the survey respondents are making less than 6 figures a year. So what was really interesting with that information is, yes, we have some people making 6 figures or more a year, but they aren't donating in higher amounts than those who are making less than 6 figures a year. Actually, some of the people in the lower end of that are donating the most money. So we don't have a difference happening across, which I love. So it's not just like one person who's super rich donating all this money. It's a ton of people donating what they can, and it leads to big things. So let's talk about what a Hooman is. I interviewed several Hoomans, been looking at the groups, and what most Hoomans say they are is someone who, fan of Felicia normally, is how they found Team Hooman, is I was watching Felicia, or I was watching Geek and Sundry. Something like that happened where they were a fan and they found how accepting this community was, and so they joined as a part of that. So most Hoomans will say that they're people who want to do good, and that could be donating money, that could be helping a local area, that could be helping out one of the channels that Team Hooman members watch. Most Hoomans say that they are not affiliated directly with Geek and Sundry, that they are a separate entity. However, people outside of Team Hooman strongly associate Hooman with Geek and Sundry. So there's a little bit of a disconnect that's happening there that might be interesting to explore ways that it could be made clearer. That yes, Hoomans are fans of Geek and Sundry, but they are not Geek and Sundry's community. Be something interesting to play with in the toolkit. And what I'm interested in, I'm really looking at business practices in the future. So like a lot of us know, Alpha is going to be coming out soon, and I'm very curious about how the community reacts to that, what kind of has been going on. So I'm going to be watching chat logs. If anyone wants to give me their opinion about Alpha, good, bad, don't know what it is, whatever, just message me and we can talk about it. And if you want me to include it in the study, I can. If you don't, that's completely fine too. So I'm really interested in what's going to be happening with that, because online communities are great, but you also want to know when a group is giving money, usually the businesses they're related to, because we watch Geek and Sundry, we watch Felicia, we watch Hyper RPG, there are business practices. They help facilitate a lot of the drives that we do for different charities. So what are they doing that encourages donations, and what could they be doing better? So that's why I'd be interested in what's going on there. Let's see what the chat's saying. Wages are relative to Region 2, Zenblade. That is correct. Yes. See, and this is the other thing that we noticed. The comment is, side note, looking at the survey now, a little ironic that the What Do You Watch on GNS has almost exclusively now canceled shows. So the thing about Twitch is it is kind of a living community and things change rapidly. The survey can't change rapidly. It has to stay the same, which is why we have that other category about what you watch. And if you would like to talk about shows you did watch and that are gone now and want to air some grievances about that, I'm totally fine with that too. You do that all you want. There are some shows on there that don't exist anymore. Some of them make me sad. And yeah, so just a really preliminary information right now. I don't want to like go into, and then this chi-square thing and blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's really important right now. But just to give you guys a little bit of preliminary where we're going, that next steps, looking at alpha, continuing the interviews, continuing all the data crunching from the chat logs. Guys, there's so many chat logs. And then I have been asked, what's the point of this? Where can it be taken after the research is done? So I wanted to let you guys know that a nonprofit organization called Braven has actually reached out to me, and they want me to do a presentation to and include the toolkit for them about what it means to form an online community and how you can foster a positive online community. They are a group, a nonprofit group that is focused on leadership and giving people the tools they need to land a career and to get promoted through that career path so that they can have successful lives, whatever that means to them. The students who are in this program actually figure out their roadmap, where they want to get to, and the steps that they need to take to get there. So if they're interested in being that CEO, they'll be able to go through those steps. If they're interested in doing something more artistic and they see that as their successful path, then the steps they need to go there too. So they've reached out to me. There's a few other organizations that I would like to reach out to present this toolkit, and the toolkit will be given to all of you guys. So I'm going to go over what the toolkit is end of February, early March. But for right now, what do you guys think? Do you have any questions? Do you have anything that you want to see out of the project? Do you want to message me or talk about alpha, whatever? You guys can whisper me, DM me, Discord chat me. My email's included in the survey information, so you have all my contact information. And I'm going to do the 30-second delay while I wait for the chat to catch up. Heart, Toronto gal. I don't know when you got in here, but we were watching the Hooman anniversary video at the start. How many slots is this toolkit? Is it larger than a hex weave bag? Tronhake, the toolkit is going to be kind of like a PDF document hybrid thing. It's going to have a lot of graphs and pictures and colors and things, and basically just go over the do's and don'ts for businesses that are looking to foster online communities and help online community grow in a positive way. Also, those who are kind of skewed towards doing philanthropic things, like for instance, the Harry Potter Alliance, I'd like to reach out to them. They are all Harry Potter fans who are trying to get other Harry Potter fans to do something good in the world. Hello, Killer Coid. Oh, and in case any of my regular viewers are here, I'm not accepting any donations today. Anything that is donated to me today is going to go to Stomp Out Bullying. And if you want to donate to them, but you don't want to deal with donating to me and all that stuff, I have included the link to directly donate to them. So I'm not accepting any money today for streams. If you want to donate, it's all going to go to charity. Let me see if there's been anything interesting on Twitter or Facebook related to this. Mostly just liking the tweets. Cool. Let's see if there's any other questions. And if not, then I'm gonna head off. We're gonna do this again. Hello, Mickey Rainbow. We're going to do this again in 9.5 hours. because I have work in between. We'll go to this one. I'm going to keep track of the chat logs. So if anyone is over in Geek and Sundry and asking questions, let me pop this out. Aha. I'm typing to them. So this is my graduate thesis. The question was, wait, one question, what level of thesis was this? This is for my master's. Wait a few more minutes. Do 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 do. And we can also talk about the video. I was in that video more than I thought I would be. But there were some very good moments. I loved the rock band moments when everyone was fully dressed up as a rock star. All right, awesome. Randy Gamble. I tried to do a subtle C with that one. I don't know if it worked. Yeah, so I think we're in a good place. We're going to get some interesting things happening in the next few months with Alpha coming out. I think that it'll be good for that second half of my research, which is all about business practices and how they help or hurt communities. So I think it'll be very good in the next few months, and that we'll really have something end of February, early March. And it'll last a little bit longer for that stream because we're actually going to be going through all the information, not just a few highlights. Oop. Thank you, Colin261980, for following. Heart. So I'm going to log off of this part of it so that the Twitch stream of the presentation is a separate VOD from anything else in case anyone wants to watch it. And then we can do some like karaoke and gaming and have a fun time. All right. So goodbye those for a second.